Hi guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Bungie released their sandbox update and also artifact perks this week. So, one thing that caught my eye, being an absolute simp for Void and destabilising rounds and overshields, is the synergy we're getting with Void perks in Heresy. If you didn't know, destabilising rounds is getting a buff in Heresy. Their cooldown is going from 4 seconds to 1.5 seconds refresh rate, and also we will get volatile rounds to our void weapons for 2 seconds on every proc. Paired with the artifact mods we're getting in Heresy, the synergy we're going to get with void destabilising rounds is mental. It's absolutely crazy. I'm just going to put up this picture that the Aegis Relic, if you don't know him, he's a 0.1% PvE player, speedrunner. He's great, he's in charge of the DPS master sheet. I'm going to throw up an image what he put up on Twitter this week. So here are the artifact perks we're getting for Void and Heresy. Maligned Harvest. Rapidly applying Volatile causes your next instance of Void weapon damage to create a weakening burst. Void Flux. Defeating weakened targets with a Void weapon applies Volatile to nearby targets. Powerful targets increase the radius of explosion. And Volatile Marksman. Rapid Void weapon precision hits and rapid Void weapon final blows grant volatile rounds. This can be boosted as well. Volatile detonations grant class ability energy. So every time we rapidly kill targets with volatile rounds or a volatile burst, our next instance of void damage is going to create a weakening burst. Killing those enemies is going to create more volatile rounds. It's just a perpetual cycle of weakening and volatile. It's going to be great. So already I'm thinking Stylus Executioner for Hunter. That means that we're going to get invisibility thrown in, controlled demolition for Titan, we're going to get health regen when a volatile explosion happens near us, and then Feed the Void for Warlock. Volatile rounds will proc Devour on kill, and I have proven this. I've got a video that I did all about what weapons can proc Devour. Volatile rounds was the only consistent perk that would do it. So for running a void weapon with destabilising rounds, you're going to get weakening, volatile, health regen for Titans, invisibility for Hunters, and Devour procced for Warlocks. But it seems pretty easy to proc volatile, so my mind immediately went to Repulsor Brace. Repulsor Brace grants you an overshield, and overshields recently get buffed as well. They now grant 70% damage resist and also have more health. So what can we pair with Repulsor Brace, and what weapons have got Repulsor Brace? Well, ideally you would either want a damage perk or a reload perk. So what I've done today is I've listed out a few weapons to keep your eyes on with Repulsor Brace for Heresy that you should try out. So here I am in front of Volta class. It's quite a ad heavy encounter when you're by yourself and the ads keep spawning, so it's a great testing ground for these weapons. The first weapon we're going to look at is Chronophage, which is a void trace rifle that was introduced in episode Echoes, and it is craftable. Now this can roll Repulsor Brace in one for all. One for all, when you hit 3 targets, you get a 35% damage boost for 10 seconds. Now the interesting thing about this is volatile also counts as a hit. So if you get a volatile explosion on a target in a group of ads, one for all will proc all the time. Now you might see in the background gameplay that one for all consistently procs. See, straight away it ran out and then it reprocced. It's a great wee weapon. The only thing is trace rifles aren't very strong just now, and also their ammo economy isn't the best. A way to counteract this is run a Lethanum as your primary. So when you run out of ammo, just proc half the bar for a Lethanum, shoot around and you'll get more green ammo back. This also comes with the origin trait Radiolaria Transponder. So when you get a lot of multi-kills with this weapon, it will leave a pool of Radiolaria. So not only are you getting a destabilising round burst, but you're also leaving a pool for other ads, like a small Wither Horde. The next weapon we're going to look at is with the Crota. Now this is a void 180 precision frame hand cannon that you can get from the Crota's End raid, and it is craftable. This can roll with Repulsor Brace and Sword Logic. Killing enemies with this will grant a stack and damage buff. At 1 stack it's 15%, 2, 25, 3, 35 and 4, 50. So for red bars you're getting 1, for elites, yellow bars you're getting 2, Mini bosses you're getting 3, and bosses you're getting 4. It always refreshes at the highest stack you've attained, so you can see in the background gameplay I get Sword Logic times 2, then it goes to Sword Logic times 3, so that's me get a 35% damage boost, and the next time I kill an enemy, it'll refresh to 11 seconds. It also comes with the origin trait Cursed Thrall, which when you get a melee kill, for 7.5 seconds afterwards, any kill will cause the target to explode in a Firefly-like fashion. It's very potent to pair with destabilising rounds, so if you think about it, you're going to have Repulsor Brace, Void Overshields, destabilising rounds, Firefly-like explosions from Cursed Thrall. All the while, you'll be getting about times 2, if you're lucky times 3, so at least 25% damage boost on the weapon. Very underrated, very underutilised. I would highly recommend this one. But 180s tend to not get a lot of love because they don't feel as good as 140s, although technically they are probably the better DPS hand cannons. Anyway, give it a shout, definitely one to look out for. The next one we're going to look at is Elsie's Rifle, which is a high impact void frame that you can get from OG Onslaught. You can also attune to this at Zavala, so that more than half your drops will be Elsie's Rifle. Now, I've used this thing a ton in PvP. It was an absolute monster up until recently. It's always felt nice, so I thought I'd give it a spin in PvE. So I'm using Repulsor Brace and Frenzy with this, and Frenzy kind of takes away the negatives of high impacts, which is reload and handling. Now this isn't a weapon I would say go out and get immediately because it's amazing. It's okay. I had it in my vault and I like Elsie's Rifle, so I thought I'd give it a shout, and it's not too bad, to be honest with you. It'll do if you've not got anything better, but if you have anything previous or after, I would probably go with that. The next weapon we're going to look at is Graviton Lance, and this is from Vesper's Host dungeon, and I've got it here with Repulsor Brace and Chain Reaction. Now I love this. It really surprised me, to be honest with you. I thought it was great. The combination destabilising rounds paired with Chain Reaction is absolutely amazing for ad clear. My only thing with this is it's an adaptive frame, so it's actually the worst frame to have for PvE. Don't get me wrong, if you have a PvP row with this, you're in luck because it's amazing, but for PvE, adaptives are the worst. But regardless, I really liked it. I thought it was great. It just absolutely clears out ads, no bother, and it deals with yellow bars, no bother at all. If you've got it, definitely try it out, it might surprise you. If you're looking for a primary, then obviously don't do this, but if you've got this in the vault, or if you're doing Vesper's Host and you get one drop, give it a shout. Really surprised me, really potent for ad clear. The next one we're going to look at is Grid Skipper. Now this is a Void Rapid Fire Pulse Rifle that came into this season, refreshed. You can get it from the tonic system. I've got a video on my channel where you can actually farm this completely AFK. I don't know if it's going to hold up in Heresy because of the artifact mods, but I'll double check when Heresy launches. Anyway, just now I've got Desperate Measures on it. Now, Desperate Measures requires ability kills to grant a stacking damage buff. So kill an enemy with a gun and you get 10% damage buff. Get a grenade or melee kill, it will take it to ×2, which is 20%, and then scoring another grenade or melee kill will make it ×3, which is 30%. Now, I quite like Desperate Measures. I have always enjoyed Desperate Measures, but that's because I run primarily ability focused builds, especially on things like Consecration Titan, unfortunately getting nerfed, but prismatic builds are all about energy regen. So I think Repulsor Brace, Desperate Measures could be a sleeper pick for Grid Skipper and Heresy, but I'll probably need to do more testing on it. But in the background gameplay, you know, it does fine, there's no bother at all. I'm running Gear Falcons in the background here on the Hunter, and it's great for simulating what will probably look like in Heresy with destabilising rounds all the time, but it's not really an ability focused build, so I'm not utilising Desperate Measures here to the best of its ability. I probably should have tried it on Prismatic, but hey ho, what can you do? Here we've got Grid Skipper, Repulsor Brace and Frenzy. Now Frenzy is just, it's a comfy weapon perk, don't need to do anything, and passively you get 100 reload, 100 handling and 15% damage. It's a great perk, it's very comfy, you don't really need to think about it, it'll just proc itself. Always a great choice, and you can see no bother at all in the background. Dealing with ads, quite the thing. Yeah, If you prefer Frenzy, go for it. I'm going to do a wee bit more testing and desperate measures on Prismatic, but that's just me. The next one is my favourite in terms of fun factor, and it's the Ros Arago, and I've got Onslaught, Repulsor Brace. Now, every kill you get, the RPM of the gun will increase, making it an absolute bill of hose. It reminds me of Athenian's Epilogue for OG Vault of Glass in Destiny 1, for any Destiny vets that may be watching this video. It is so fun, so fun. It also grants a stacking bonus to reload speed as well, so 15, 25 to 35. Onslaught times 3 is very easy to get, and it's also very easy to maintain. Ros Arago is enhanceable as well, which means you'll have Onslaught and Repulsor Brace active for a second longer when enhanced. The only problem with this gun is it's a world drop. I went through hell when Ros Arago first came out to get it to drop for me. I finally got it and I've put it in the vault ever since, waiting, biding my time for when destabilising rounds, Repulsor Brace, all that voidy good stuff was going to become meta. And the time is now. Heresy is Ros Arago's time to shine. Best of luck trying to get this. It is such a good weapon, but it's an absolute pain in the arse to get to drop. So best of luck trying to get it. Its origin trait is quite good as well. It's the wildcard origin trait, and for those that don't know, wildcard will spawn little Telesto bolts on enemy kill to get a chance every kill to drop these bolts, and they're just little mines that can kill enemies as they walk over them. It's a great wee bonus to have. The next weapon we're going to talk about, I don't actually have. I'm currently grinding in the background trying to get it. It's Recluse, and the reason being is Recluse is the only gun in the game so far that can roll Repulsor Brace and Master at Arms. Now what Master at Arms does is if you get a kill with any weapon, it will give you 15% damage boost, and then if you continue to kill with said weapon, the Master at Arms buff will go to 25% at times 2, and this will start a timer down. When Master at Arms times 2 runs out, it will go back to Master at Arms times 1, so you're constantly getting a damage buff for just using your weapons. Very comfy perk to have, not a lot of trigger requirements, but in the background you'll constantly have 15 to 25% of a damage boost. Paired with the Repulsor Brace and destabilising rounds, I imagine Master Arms 2 will be procced all the time. I'm currently trying to get it for OG Onslaught. If you're like me, go to Zavala, attune for Recluse, and just grind out 50 waves. Keep it going, because you get that double chest at the end. Best of luck trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. If I do get it to drop before Heresy, I'll give you an update and let you know how it is. I imagine it'll be very potent. The last weapon we're going to talk about is a new Crucible weapon that's dropping in Heresy. This is an aggressive void pulse rifle, so think the forward burst akin to Blast Furnace. This is called Joxer's Longsword, and it can roll Repulsor Brace, and in the fourth column it can roll Adrenaline Junkie, Desperado, Desperate Measures, Destabilising Rounds, Withering Gaze, Headseeker, High Impact Reserves, Under Pressure, and One for All, Swashbuckler, and a redacted perk, so that'll be interesting to see. But for me, I'm primarily focused on Desperado, because with volatile rounds, the higher RPM, the quicker the procs on the volatile bursts. Desperate Measures, Withering Gaze might be a good shout, also One for All, and if redacted is any good, I'll be trying that out as well. Blast Furnace is an absolute workhorse in higher end content like GMs for champs, so definitely keep an eye out for this dropping after your Crucible games in Heresy. And that's it. That's all the weapons I'll be taking into Heresy to pair with the new Void Artifact perks. Have I missed anything? Let me know down below. Anyway, I appreciate your time as always for checking out the video. Remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you found the video useful. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Currently pushing for 1,000 subscribers, so any help toward that would be greatly appreciated. But until next time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon for more Destiny 2 content. All the best. Cheers.